Okay, so I didn't know how to start this video. I talk a lot about films to my friends, my family, I even talk about it on a podcast, but for some reason when I talk about this one, I get angry at the amount of wasted potential. Clearly you've read the title, so you know what this video is going to be, so fuck it. Let's jump into why Suicide Squad is a load of dog shit. It's very easy to critique this film and say stuff like, oh, the Joker wasn't in it enough, or they sexualised Harley Quinn, but those are what I'm going to call silly problems. Something that causes mild frustration in the film, but in the end is overlooked and forgotten. In reality, the problems all come down to DC, David Ayer, and somewhat Jared Leto and the media that surrounded his portrayal of the Joker. Let's talk about characters. Deadshot, played by Will Smith. Deadshot is the most fleshed out character of the entire film, and even he isn't compelling as a character. It's important that people don't confuse mild humour with character. Deadshot swears every now and again and clearly reminisces his Fresh Prince days as he pulls out awkward quips left, right and centre. It's irritating, but he serves a purpose. We forget that other than he has a daughter, we don't know anything about him. He's just Will Smith in a mask, and he doesn't even wear the mask for half the film. Harley Quinn! Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was the best thing about this film, but it's irrelevant for her to be where she is. The purpose of the film was to establish a team of bad guys that match the level of power that Superman has, or something like that, right? So all of these people should be powerful as fuck. Harley Quinn, in this film at least, swings a bat and holds a 6-bullet holding gun while wearing an outfit that clearly doesn't have access to store bullets. Everyone else after this point is a side character. This is just a Deadshot and Harley film. Rig fucking flag. He's a talented soldier, great. But he wouldn't fare well against Superman, would he? So why is he there? Captain Boomerang. He throws boomerangs and is Australian, and he robs banks. Why is he there? Slipknot. He's the guy that can climb everything, except that doesn't make him of any use because at no point in the film do they have to climb things. Why is he there? Oh wait, no he's not. El Diablo. Finally a character in this that could fare well against Superman. Maybe, or yeah, at least last longer than 5 seconds. Katana and Killer Croc can fuck off, end of story, they serve no purpose.
This is Katana. She's got my back. She can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
But don't worry because we won't ever bring that up again.
The Joker. The Joker is a very complex character, and granted, Jared Leto brought an original portrayal to the role. He didn't copy Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson, and this pleased me. What pleased me less was the fact that I wish he did. His portrayal of the Joker is bad, it's just a fact. This movie's marketing revolved a lot around him. They kept him very hidden away in the trailers, which brought a lot of speculation. We'd only seen one image, this one, which, to be honest, I thought was kind of awful anyway, but we'd seen nothing of him except this clip.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
And after this was released, soon all the articles started popping up claiming Jared Leto had gone method on set, which was all just a load of pretentious crap. But at least it got me relatively excited. I have no issue with the amount of screen time the Joker was given, because it wasn't his film. He was never advertised as a member of the Suicide Squad, but I at least thought he'd serve a purpose. And to somewhat he did. He served as Harley's motivation to escape the team, which is fine, but wasn't that the purpose of the explosive collars? The Joker didn't need to be in this film, it's just another example of DC rushing the story and plot in an attempt to create their own cinematic universe just like Marvel have. Remove the Joker from this film and you may just have some room for character development or plot. Speaking of plot, the plot. So Amanda Waller wants to build a team of criminals to do the shit the government could easily do themselves. It's got one meta-human in it and then just people with some skills like throwing boomerangs, which isn't particularly useful. So she also has this witch who is a possessed explorer girl and who's also in love with Rick Flag, the team leader with 20 alternative haircuts throughout this film because of the choppy editing. The witch woman gets fucked off with being in prison, so she goes and gets her brother who was thrown into this with about as much context as I'm giving you now, and together they shoot a blue beam of light into the sky and make people into these weird zombie-like mindless army of bullshit. With this, it's time for the Suicide Squad to assemble. They go to rescue someone on the command of Amanda Waller, who turns out to be Amanda Waller, who then caps like 5 of her colleagues because they saw some shit they shouldn't have, even though that's complete bollocks. They get fucked off with Flag, then they have a quick beef, then they drink in the bar, then they go back and fight the witch, and they all live happily ever after in prison, except Harley, who lives with the Joker. The problems. Number 1, the Joker, but I already said that. Number 2, the cameos are dumb and unnecessary. They're also out of character. Batman wouldn't just take you out in front of your young daughter. Number 3, 2 members of the Suicide Squad are main characters when it should be all of them. El Diablo comes close, but he doesn't quite get there. Number 4, the editing is awful. It feels like a 2-hour-long trailer, which it is. It was edited by a trailer company, which for a film of this standard and budget is really, really bad. Number 5, contrary to popular belief, this film's music was bad. As in, the stuff that they actually composed was bad. It was generic, which is why they heavily relied on other well-known songs. So let's talk about how they can fix it. Fire David Ayer. He doesn't know how to handle these characters. Decide on a tone. Stop using awful warping effects on the Joker in post. If you're making a Suicide Squad film, make it about the squad, not just Deadshot and Harley. Get rid of the Joker. Put him in one scene at the end. The breaking Harley out of prison scene. That way I could actually get excited for him in the future films. Also, take him out of the guard uniform. It looks fucking stupid. And it's definitely not there to help him be undercover, so don't use that as an excuse. The word Joker is written on it. Actually, you know what? Saying all this stuff out loud, this film is beyond fixing. It's entertaining, but the second you think about it, it all falls to shit, which is sad because this film had the potential to be great. Also, I haven't seen the extended cut, and I probably never will. I doubt it will make any difference to the film's overall rating, which is, from me, a solid 4 out of 10. So yeah, that was my review of Suicide Squad. Anyway, I'm kind of new to this stuff. I hope you guys had fun here, because I did. Sort of. I mean, editing it was long. I do some other stuff too, like I talk about this kind of stuff on a podcast with some buddies. I also make short films. Well, I've made one. I'm editing the other one, but yeah, this shit takes time. If you like this video, then please subscribe. If you didn't, then don't. Thanks.